As everyone knows, every year we give awards to individuals or projects that we feel need some sunlight shown upon them because they were really good and helped move historic preservation in the city of Plainfield forward. So this year we have 3 project awards. I'll just name the people and I'll read the award, which is very short, and then if anyone wants to say anything, they can after each one. City of Plainfield, New Jersey Historic Preservation Commission Preservation Project Award, awarded to Aaliyah and Brian Parker. The Oliver Taylor Waring House at 900 Park Avenue was built in 1881 in the Queen Anne Victorian style and occupies a prominent location on one of the main streets of the city. The owners took the effort and expense to erect ornate cast iron fencing around their property in keeping with the historic architecture of the house. We commend their work in enhancing the historic fabric of Plainfield, awarded this 22nd day of December 2020. And as you all know, because we approved it, that fencing was thought out, it was deliberate, it was expensive, but it looks wonderful on a very prominent property in the city. So I congratulate Aaliyah and Brian.
Larry, do you want to make Aaliyah a participant? Can you do that, Aliqua?
Sure thing.
Okay, so she could talk if she would like to.
Yeah.
Aaliyah Parker.
Also be allowed to talk, or did you want her camera up?
I think you should have her camera up so everybody can see who she is.
So she's being promoted to a panelist. Who are the other individuals as well? So I know.
It would be Brian Monroe.
Okay.
And
Tim O'Connor.
Do you want me to bring them over now as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure,
please.
why not?
Brian Monroe and
Hello.
Hello.
Connor. Okay.
Aaliyah, could you hear the reading of the award?
Sure did. I sure did.
Okay.
And I really want to thank the committee for recognizing us and our efforts. This house has been part of our family really for a very long time, since 95. And so, we feel kind of honored to be the caretakers of this house. And we really wanted to put up a fence ever since we moved here with my 3 kids, and they really wanted a dog. So, we've been trying to put up a fence for many years, but we wanted to do it a certain kind of way. So it took us a while, but, we're really happy with it. So thank you so much to the committee for recognizing us. And, we look to work with you even further on other projects.
Thank you.
I just want to tell you what a pleasure it is to have somebody like you buy one of the houses in this district.
Oh, thank you.
We get people that I don't know why they want historic homes. They don't seem to want to put the money into it or the effort into it. And you and Brian were not like that. And I just thank you so much for putting up with us in our process.
No, thank you very much. I understand the task that you all have, and it's really important. I grew up in the antique business. My parents were in the antique business, so I just have an appreciation for old things. So I do understand the task that you all have, and it really wasn't that bad, the process.
Well, you're at the library, and the library is about to get rolling on their latest project, which is the outside steps and the foundations on the left side of the property along College Place. So, we try to be fair to everybody, but they're also good. But just thank you so much for what you've done.
Oh, thank you.
And Aaliyah, your award and your gift will be sent to you by certified mail.
Okay, thank you very much.
Larry, this is April. What was that preservation award for? What was, you said?
Project award.
Project award. Thank you.
Okay. Aliqua, could you put up Tim O'Connor, or is he already in?
Tim is in.
People are here.
Tim is in.
Hi, Tim.
Hello.
Tim is the executive director of the Ducray School of Art, and I'll read the award we've given to the school. City of Plainfield, New Jersey Historic Preservation Commission Preservation Project Award, awarded to the Ducray School of Art. The most prominent art education institution in Plainfield, the Ducre School, occupies the historic neoclassical George A. Strong Mansion at 1030 Central Avenue, which was built in 1896. The school's restoration of the large front porch to its previous appearance not only enhanced the look of this significant historic building, but added immeasurably to historic preservation in the city of Plainfield, awarded this 22nd day of December 2020. Tim, it really was a wonderful thing that the school did, and I know that it was a very, very long process with a lot of twists and turns and a very expensive one at that. But we applaud you as executive director and all your predecessors who worked on it for getting it done. It looks wonderful.
Thanks. Yes, my role was basically as I call it, the money wheel, where I just made sure that funds were recycling so that we could pay for the porch. But the credit really goes to people like Barbara Fuller, who did the heavy work of getting the grants. And then Timothy Priano, who actually initiated the project and pushed it to get started. And then, of course, Arna, who is our board president, who was the liaison between the architects and the contractors. So those three people really deserve a lot of credit for all the hours of work that they put in to ensure that that porch got restored. And our hopes are, after the concert series being so well received, is that the porch really becomes a catalyst for the arts in Plainfield, and is used and taken advantage of the porch to for concerts and plays, and just for a place for people to come in Plainfield and appreciate the arts. And that's what we're hoping for. Thank you so much for the award.
You're welcome. Check's in the mail.
Thanks.
I'm just going to add two observations to that. One is you allowed those outside performances on weekends in the summer and fall, when most of the places we would go for entertainment are shut down. And it was really nice being able to go to something in a normal location nearby and hear music. Also, I want to thank you for, this was already a year and a half ago, allowing us to use your meeting, your ballroom, or whatever you want to call it, for a public meeting. And that had to do with our historic district enhancement expansion project, which I am repeatedly promised will get underway again shortly. But it was really great having a place where we could gather that many people.
You're more than welcome. And you're not the only organization. We allow a lot of organizations to come in at night and hold their meetings, because we do want it to be a community area where people feel comfortable coming and congregating and holding their various meetings free of charge, of course. I do want to note that we are working on other projects on the building. Our next project will be the dormers on the house. And we're kicking off a capital campaign in January, because it's going to be our 95th year of operation. And we're calling it Raise 95 in our 95th. So we hope to raise $95,000 over the next year, part of which would go towards the very expensive, after I got the quotes, for the replacement and restoration of the dormers of the building. And we look forward to really bringing the house back to what it should be, and which is, like I said, a community environment where people are welcome to come and feel comfortable coming and visiting and exploring the arts.
Well, consider our gift card the first donation to that campaign.
Perfect. Well, if the monitor, I'll get out my red Sharpie.
Okay. The third and last but not least, of course, goes to Brian Monroe and Rich Sudol. Brian owns the house at 215 East 9th, and he and his husband, Rich, worked long and hard over a decade to get that house in shape. So I will read their award. City of Plainfield, New Jersey, Historic Preservation Commission Preservation Project Award, awarded to Brian Monroe and Rich Sudol. for their extraordinary work in the sensitive renovation of the 1892 Queen Anne Victorian home at 215 East 9th Street. Through their own efforts, this house was turned back into a single-family home with great attention to its unique architectural features. This house's historic preservation has created a spectacular asset for the Crescent Area Historic District and the city of Plainfield, awarded this 22nd day of December 2020. Many people in town know that it's Blue House, painted several years ago in quite a Victorian array of colors. It's a wonderful, wonderful house, both inside and out, and that's due particularly to Brian and to Rich. You guys like to say anything?
Well, yes, it's been a very long journey restoring this house from a 3-family back to a 1-family, from flipping a staircase back to how it's supposed to be, and tearing off, all these bad additions from mud porches and, fire escapes and everything, just to get it appealing looking. I really couldn't have done it without Rich. It was a purchase on a whim without him knowing, and led to many fights. But yeah, I couldn't have done it without him, with his hard work and dedication, and really my vision as to what I want to see the neighborhood and all of Plainfield to, with us doing this, we've noticed that other neighbors have also started to, one neighbor actually started to convert her 4-family back to a 1-family. Another neighbor a few neighbors across the street started restoring the exterior of their houses, because they've, it just catches on. When one person does it, another person will do it. So it's great to kind of be a go-getter and starter. We look forward to more projects like this in Plainfield, and hope to do more restoration and conversions of these multis back to a single family to entice neighborhoods to be more owner occupied. Rich.
When you take on a project, and the project at that when we bought it, and we put a lot of effort into it, so we're proud of what we have done. And the new owners move in January, and they're thrilled with the house. But when you go into an area that's not the nicest of neighborhoods, and you invest in that area, the neighbors realize it. They see what you're doing, and it inspires them to, we had our house painted, and next thing you know, two neighbors right across the street from us wanted to have their house painted, because theirs was the ugly one on the block. So it wasn't us anymore, thankfully. So it does inspire change, and people do appreciate it, and it makes people want to invest in their own homes, and do the maintenance that's required. And it's not cheap, and it's not easy owning an older home, but the investment is definitely well worth it. It just makes the property more valuable, and just adds to the historic character that we all love about Plainfield. And just want to say that, thank you for everybody on the HPC, because you guys are the ones that keep that historic architecture and the integrity here in Plainfield. So it's, without you, we may lose some of this stuff, but, you guys fight for what's best for the historic neighborhood, and, what's right for all these buildings. So you guys do a lot of hard work, so you always deserve thanks as well.
Well, thank you. You guys did a wonderful job.
And in addition to that, you're very useful, because you act as my eyes and ears. You've called me or texted me quite a few times when there was something going on, usually Brian, but when there was something going on that might require putting a stop, or to find out whether something is being done properly with permits. And I've gone and acted on it a couple of times when you notified me on a weekend that something's happening. So I appreciate that. Brian always keeps in touch with me, and I'm pretty sure we are the only two people in America who sometimes use Scruff and Grinder to discuss land use. So thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
You know, all the winners. Thank you.